cut off one of the ends here, and there it is there. Got it nice and square. Now, here's the original arm. Remember I said I was going to just replace it and just put one arm on this side and call it good? And then I was going to have to, you know, find... Look at that, it would have lasted, what, a month, 6 months? I don't know, but it would have been making movement. That was just slopping backwards and forwards. Now, check the other ones, they seem to be fine. I cut the other side off nice and straight and clean as well. And I've got this bar, this around. But I think that rod, being the heavy gauge that it is, look at the size of it. It is thick. It's thicker than this one here. So I'm going to sleeve that, put that in there and use that. I think I'm better off doing that. Making sure it's at 22¼ inch from the center line of this to the center line of that. Let me get that situated. Alright, so what I did was I come over here. Not machined, but I filed that. As you can see, there's a step in it right here. It's so thick, the material. Have a look how thick that material is. It's still thick. Really thick, chunky bit of metal. And you can see where I made it small. I turned it down. I used a file inside of in a vise and just keep turning it around until it would eventually, it didn't take very long at all, slip into the GTO. It didn't take very long at all. So now that this one's done, I'm going to slip it into that one and then make sure it sits flat on both ends. So that's flat and that's flat. And then I'm going to a couple of tacks on each end. I mean, 2 tacks, bang bang, and another tack, and I think it's going nowhere. Anyway, let me get myself set up for that. Alright guys, I've got it all lined up at 22¼ inch from center to center, from here to here. Like I showed you before, I kind of like stepped it into the existing GTO, Monaro, VT, VZ, wiper arm, and done the same on this side. They're all done. So this is what the original one is. So it would look like this. I'll just turn it over. There it is there. Don't forget I cut this side off because I was going to repair it. But there it is there. Right, there. It was just a semicircle type thing. I think this is going to be way more stronger. A little bit heavier, but I think it'll be better. So I'm just going to put a few tacks in that. Be back. Okay guys, so it's all just tack welded. Just put a couple of tacks on the end here. I've got a at least 50-foot extension cord out there from the camper to this little, I don't know if you can tell, but I've been filming inside of a 10 by, I don't know, 16, 17 foot portable shelter. And it's You know, we've got all our, that's all my junk out of the garage just behind me. So I don't really have perfect sort of power to run the MIG welder, but, you know, all I had to do was put a, you know, a couple of, I mean, you can see that, a couple of tacks just to hold it. Not the best tack welds I've ever done in my life, but it's certainly going to hold it. And I'm just going to put that on the assembly, and I'm going to fit it to the vehicle first rather than paint it up. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know if it's even going to work. So let's get it on and see what happens. Hey guys, while I was at it, I did put some lithium grease underneath the bearing. They have grease under these cups here. So I just put some grease on both sides. That's how they were. I don't know if it's lithium grease, it's what I used. I didn't want to use anything like that would be harsh to it. So I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna bang that back in now. All right guys, so what I did was, I used the little spacer, or little, I suppose that's it is a spacer for the rubber, and the VR screw, and the rest of it's all VR hardware. There's no hardware on here from the GTO. I'm gonna put this back in where it belongs, like that. Seems like everything pretty well clears good. Put this screw in first here. Okay guys, what I did was, as you know, I fitted the assembly back together, the wipe assembly. I just sprayed some soapy water on the windshield. I connected the, you can't see it, but you see my hand. I connected the red wire with the red wire using alligator clips. I'm not going to move them, I'll show you later. And then the black ground alligator clip wire to the black on the motor, so that's connected. Only obviously it's going to turn the wipers on and it's just going to park. I won't have intermission. Well, I should have intermission, but I won't have second speed. It'll just be the fast speed until I find a way of connecting the new style connector to the old VR style. So I'm just going to see if it works. Wish me luck. I've got the wipers on, so hopefully they don't go crashing. So actually, I should lift them up, shouldn't I? Should I lift them up? I'll lift them up. I don't want them to go crashing. What do you think, guys? Smarter idea? It's going to crash into the hood, though, into the bonnet. Let me lower the bonnet a bit. Oh, can I do that? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I didn't disturb any wiring. Let's see how that works. That's intermission. That was intermission. They're parking pretty high, aren't they? So I'd have to readjust them. Hopefully I've got the sweep right. Hopefully I've got the actual sweep right. But obviously I'm going to get back in there. I'm going to lift the hood back up. I'm going to adjust them so they're down here again. And I'll try it again. I'll be back. Test number 2. Okay, well they're stopping up there now. Okay, they're stopping too far under. Yeah. It's that one there. Okay. Don't want to burn out the motor again. That's what happened last time. Alright guys, so I'm just going to spray some water on the windshield. Sort of save the blades and make it, you know, slip a bit better. Anyway, there is a bit of condensation out, but just want to save it. So I'm going to turn the ignition on, and then I'm just going to put them. Now don't forget, I don't know what the control module controls as far as parking, and all I've done was, and I'm not too sure, I've asked a few people online, one of them Mike, who's one of the subscribers, who gives me a lot of information that I need. He's the guy that sends me some parts, so shout out to Mike again. So I've hooked up all that, ready to go. I've hooked up the red and the black wire, which I've already explained, and now I'm just going to turn the wipers on as if it's starting to rain. All right, let me keep them lubricated, just keep them like that for a bit. I'll just turn them off, but I mean, there's no noises, no clunker noises. I mean, it was making a hellacious clunker noise. Now, obviously, it's not going to park right because I don't understand how it's supposed to park. I don't know if it's wiring or whatever, but I've only got the red and the black wire hooked up, and I'll just go turn it off right now. See, it just parks there. So if I put it on the intermittent section, it parked normally, but I bet you I won't park it the next time. I'll turn that off again. See it parked up there. So I think the body control module has probably something to do with that. There it goes, it parked there. And one more time. It parked there. So it keeps on parking where it wants to park, but I'll work that out. Yeah, it's strange. So it keeps on parking in different positions. It's all back together again, they're working. Well, I've got 2 speeds. I've got no parking, but the intermittent works, but it parks wherever it wants, and I just have to work that out if you want to keep the GTO set up. But it's only to get me by because summer's coming to an end here in a week or so. So, you know, it's going to start getting rainy, sleety up here in the north. And so I need some sort of wipers. So they'll do until I get the factory VR wiper unit back. So guys, thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe. I really appreciate it.